Article 12, the right to privacy. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon his honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to the protection of the law against such interference or attacks. Yes, you heard that correctly. Privacy is one of the human rights mentioned in the Declaration. How can it be that our privacy is highly infringed not only by companies like Facebook or Google, but also by the regulatory authorities? In the name of preventing money laundering and child abuse, we are all under constant surveillance. Financial surveillance and control seem to be the goals of institutions like the BIS. In 2021, its general manager, Augustin Carstens, said in regards to central bank digital currencies the following.
We don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that.
Yet people argue with me, saying things like, "But I've got nothing to hide, it's okay, we need this control to fight criminals." Well, my answer is this. It's not about having nothing to hide. Alone, this idea is pushing human rights activists, lesbians and gays, opposition members and so on under the suspicion that they have something to hide. No, they don't have anything to hide. Nonetheless, they are targets of violence, intimidation and prison and are facing death in many countries. That's the reason why privacy is important. Even more so, it's important that everyone is using privacy protection. The more people who care about privacy, the better protected freedom fighters and vulnerable groups are. This means that more privacy protection needs to be included in Bitcoin at the blockchain level. Less wealthy people can't afford a VPN service that costs $10 per month. They use what they get for free. Many millions are on Facebook and WhatsApp in Africa. Why? Because it's the only option they have. The cheapest option that telecom providers offer are so-called social media bundles. That's why thousands of people believe that Facebook is the internet. We shouldn't repeat that mistake, but we are on the brink. Luno, Binance, Coinbase are well-known brands in Africa. Most people believe that one needs to use an exchange or a bank to be able to use Bitcoin, and not only in Africa. I've heard that several times from people from all over the world. Privacy is a luxury for most Africans. They are even more prone to data collection and abuse. How Bitcoin fixes the right to privacy. Bitcoin's privacy isn't perfect, yet. New technologies like pay joins or confidential transactions will hopefully be implemented in the coming years. Payments on the Lightning Network are more private already. Wrapped Lightning invoices protect the recipient from being identified by custodians. With coin joins, you can already achieve a high level of privacy. In the future, this kind of protection needs to be the standard. Still, since Bitcoin is pseudonymous and many people in African countries use it peer-to-peer without know your customer identification, it gives them more privacy than their bank or mobile money provider. In Zimbabwe, all digital transactions are automatically taxed at 4%. Every payment is traceable by the government since mobile money transactions are moving from one SIM card to the other and SIM users are registered. Privacy is never 0 to 1. It's on a scale. The privacy possible while using Bitcoin is higher than that of your credit card, but lower than that of using cash. There is definitely a lot of work to be done, and it's important to make Bitcoin on the base chain more private. But Bitcoin gives you plausible deniability already now. It protects us from being an easy target.